Welcome back to part 2 of the 94th British Park Senior Individual Merit. It's time for semi-final action as Mark Regan takes on Josh Towey, but we'll be mainly focusing on the clash between Peter Worfolk and Chris Mordue. Let me hand you over to your commentary team of Steve McHugh, but first, Keith Rudman.
That's going underway. It's Peter Worfolk in black leading out here.
Well, he's going straight for the corner where he made a big break in his quarter-final win here. I watched him closely and he played these corners very, very well indeed. So
yeah,
Chris will be aware of that.
He beat Jamie Smith, who's been playing well all day, to about 8 in the quarter-final. But these two lads here, what a pedigree they both come with. Peter, as you've already said, Steve, twice a winner of this title. And of course, Chris Mordue, well, he's no stranger to the winners' enclosure. Having won the Spring Waterloo earlier this year. Of course, he's a former winner of the Autumn Waterloo, the most prestigious prize in bowls, and the champion of champion. Yeah,
we were talking about this earlier. I think Gary Ellis has certainly done that treble, which is an amazing treble.
Yeah.
Brian Duncan may have done it years ago when the champion of champions was not as big a field, but in the modern day era, I'm not sure I can think of anybody else who's actually done that treble.
I think that's a fair call, is that? And he's certainly counted here as well, Chris. Chris, somebody who I think he's very versatile with his game, but I have seen him plaque corners, and if he gets set with the block, you know, he's a difficult man. This will be a cracking game. This a really good game. First blood to Chris Mordue there.
I think if you watch Chris all day, though, what he's able to do is draw on his vast reserves of experience, and when he needs to play a good ball, he can find it from within him, and that only comes from playing at the top level. That's where he made his winning break against Tony Mellor in the last 16.
And that was a good game as well, because
Tony competed with him till Chris got him on that land, and then he just lost him in that particular bit.
Went about 9-6 up, I think, Tony Mellor in that last 16 game, but this is a tricky bit of land. He made a good lead there, Mordue.
Well, it was actually 14-13 up, Tony, and as you say, he got him on that little bit of land across the middle, and he never scored again.
It splits both ways. It's very, very hit and miss, and it's all about a length. And it's two fair bowls there, Chris. Peter, what can you find here now? He'll know as well where Mordue's going. These players know this. I don't think he's reached for me, Steve.
No, it's just give up. Two to Mordue.
I think we'll look now. We'll go straight down the middle of the green here. Split it right down the middle. And this is where, as we've just said, he's just finished his last game. He's looking straight away now. He's found something here that he thinks is tricky. The better green, without any shadow of a doubt. I think there's more about this green. It's a trickier green, but it's in good nick. And the facilities around the green are first class here by Hare Hill. I always called it Littleborough Park when I was a kid, but Hare Hill Bowling Club now.
Yeah, I think the club and I think the council greens these.
Yes, they are.
But I think everybody deserves credit for where this has been staged today. Personally,
it's a great effort by Central Lancs and Pennines. They've done a good job with this. Mordue's touched the jack, gone out. I think Peter might be on there with the bowl. It's just gone through. Made a good effort off it there, Chris, but it's just gone out. Peter looking to count on the bottom side. I think he's turned his peg at this. He has done as well. Found it. Great ball. Two good balls there, Peter Worfolk. This is not a long way off here with a length. Just short.
That's a good ball though. Good ball. Not an easy ball to beat.
Worfolk. Smack up the road. Smack on the line with this. It's just about the length. He's pegging over the top.
Won it.
Got a lick.
We think it's won it. We're not
Got
sure.
A lick. Nobody's signalling down there. Mordue. Length required. Length required.
Got
Better
the jack.
Than the block. This.
Got the jack. Ooh, I don't know.
It's gone through.
Fine margins sometimes at bowls.
Yes,
Keith.
Definitely. We've seen a bit of that, haven't we?
Yep.
Now he's giving this a bit more land here, which means he's outside the road. And
well, look at it.
No, it'll do a bit at the death, but not having it. Not having it at all. One to walk. Gets on the peg.
Yeah, a good ball.
Yeah, in the quarter-final, Steve, he was putting up some leads that was probably inside the distance of where Chris's bowl is. He's just not got that lead going at the moment.
And as we said earlier, that's the key to the game.
It is. And he's not licked it with this. He's round the corner here. This is what I said about this, Mark. If you miss it by a fraction, you'll swing round on the peg. Now Chris could be the other way here. He's put this as far as back. This could hit the slope and go the other way. See what I mean?
Yeah, I think
there's two ways into this green here. It's very, very hit and miss.
I think that underlines the difficulty of the mount there.
Yeah, and that the difference on that is a fraction over the top of the crown.
Yep.
And it goes one way or it goes the other. Interesting bit of land that he's picked there, but he's completely missed it over the crown. This will peg a little bit tight, but it's certainly a lot nearer than Chris's, but it's too far. Well. Now then, this is the best road of the three that have gone. All about the length.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, that's a good ball. That's the sign of a good player that adjusts.
I wonder if he'll think about hitting this, playing with weight.
I think you're right, Steve. He's certainly inquiring if it's only one.
Yes, he is doing his signal. He's firing at it.
Great call, Steve. Ooh, over the top.
And I think this is one of the things about the modern day players. Really, to compete at this level, you've got to be able to strike. Nobody can expect to hit all the time, but you've got to hit a good percentage of the balls these days to compete with these players. Well, the thing about it is now this game is 9-4.
Yeah.
If Chris counts the next couple of ends, this game could be away from Peter Worfolk very, very quickly.
Yes.
So he's going to have to find some balls here now.
You'd have to say that Chris is leading the better of the two. He's putting the pressure on.
Well, let's be perfectly blunt about it. Peter Worfolk's not played his game with the jack so far, has he?
Not at all.
Not led.
Not at all. This has got to run hard this time. This will have a chance. It's just going to die short. Chris Mordue's on. There's room underneath these to come for another. He's certainly rolled it. Might just be too far. Might just be too far. Yeah, he's gone out with that. They seem to be struggling a little with the pace.
Well, I do think where the sun's on the green and it's right on it here at this particular part, very, very difficult with the green grass and the burnt grass.
Now Peters, he's borderline on whether that's going to peg a fall. It's fighting all the way against the peg there.
Has it gone out that? Just gone?
Yeah. It was just that fraction lower, and he starts hitting the slope, and it's taking it away from it, and that was it. But as you said, it's getting a little bit Celine Dion now. It's getting serious. It's 10-4.
Broderick Crawford.
That'll be Matt Hargreaves, who is the chairman of British Parks. And welcome, Matt.
Cheers, Keith. Thanks.
As chairman of British Parks, how do you feel that the day's gone?
Oh, it's been absolutely brilliant. The crowd that stopped has done us really proud. I think Hare Hill Park themselves, who have run the day, they've been absolutely brilliant. I think they had about 40 members earlier this morning helping us out. So in terms of a day, we couldn't have asked for any more.
So they've really got behind it. When you offered to stage the venue here, they were fully supportive of it and rallied round. And
yeah, not only that, they were really proud to have it.
Yeah, well, that's something it should be, because this is a massive event in the Bowls calendar. We was talking in commentary how this. Steve probably hasn't been here for a while, and I always still call it Littleborough Park because that's where I used to play as a kid, but it is Hare Hill Park. The facilities have changed greatly with the other green at the back as well.
Yeah.
I have to say the catering facilities here today have been first class.
Yeah, brilliant.
And anybody that's been here has had a really warm welcome from the locals.
Yeah.
And not only that, you've seen a fantastic standard of bowling here.
Correct.
With some real good players in here, and you couldn't wish for a better
you've
match than we've got going on here with this semi-final. Peter Worfolk and Chris Mordue.
Well, you've got top players putting close balls in.
Yes.
So the people that are here watching are enjoying watching good players putting balls close, and that's what you're going to get on the green. It is difficult enough for players to run out and to get good marks, but it's also got enough in it that good players are going to put balls close. That makes for good viewing.
Just to let you know, Chris Mordue, while we were talking there to Matthew, Got 2 there, he's gone 13-5
Yeah,
here. We've been saying that this mark that Mordue's playing here is not easy, is it? Coming over that crown here, down into this corner here. It's a right, as Steve's pointed out, it's a knife edge of a mark.
Correct. And not only that, your length's so important because you've got to get it up and over the crown. But once you get past the jack, there is some finish behind the jack.
Yeah.
And so if you are half a yard to far, your ball can end up 2 yards past the jack.
Good ball there from Peter Worfolk.
Very good ball.
Desperately needed that at 13-5. It is getting serious. You can't let Mordue get any further ahead. You know, you're talking about one of the top quality players in the game in Chris Mordue. He's got over the top with this, which is what we've been saying. It is a knife edge, and the slightest little bit over that crown here ends up 2 yard difference at the end.
Correct.
He's got to make 2 here, Peter Worfolk.
He needs him.
He could have gone the other way with this, you know.
It could be just underneath. He needs a length.
But Mordue's ball's 2 yards short. If it gets a length, you'd think it'd get one. It might have done it. Yeah,
I got one.
It's just scrambled in for another.
Needed him.
So this is your first year in office with the British Parks, is that correct?
It is, yeah. I took the job in November.
Right, and has the job been what you thought it was, or has it been more than you thought? And
A lot more than I thought it would be. But I'm always a person who I take a lot out of the game. And so it deserves me to put a little bit back in. I wish more people thought like that, Keith, if I'm
Good.
honest.
And I should just say, congratulations, because this time last week, you just got married.
I had,
you was on your honeymoon.
I was on my honeymoon. Went to the Lake District for a week.
Lovely.
And then back to planning this. As soon as
Fortunately, you've married a lovely girl in Emma, who's from a bit of a bowling family with
Correct.
Raymond and Carey, so she's not a stranger to the game of
No,
cricket.
and Raymond, my new father-in-law. Indeed, he's the president of British Parks this year.
Yes,
Big honour.
very well.
Big honour for him, and he's done a good job. He's been here earlier on. He'll be back later on.
Great lead here from Peter Worfolk. Sorry to interrupt you there, Matt.
Needed it as well.
That's the best lead he's played in this semi-final here. That'll give him so much confidence. But I tell you what, don't look now, because Mordue's right down it.
Got it.
Right down the throat. What a ball! What a ball for Mordue there.
And he just seems to have that in him, Keith. He can flick up a gear. When he needs to play the big ball, he does.
We talked earlier. This somebody once told me a long time ago. It's not about bowling good bowls. It's about beating good bowls, and that is a classic example of Peter Worfolk making the best lead he's made in this semi-final.
Important ball.
And now
here.
he's having to strike.
Important ball here. Just got under.
Underneath. Not easy bit of land to
No,
strike at from
tough.
this corner.
Very tough.
Massive opportunity for Mordue to get 2 here and go 15-17. 15-7, sorry. Oh, there's a collision there.
Looked a bit merry to me going across, but I might be wrong.
You'd think if he got 2 here and went 15-7, this
Big favourite then.
this is an uphill task for anybody. And we know the pedigree of Peter Worfolk, but he'd be really asking a lot to be given coming back from Mordue, because Mordue can see the place in the final in sight. So have you any other things planned for this year as been?
Well, there's the in terms of the parts, there's the Veterans Championship tomorrow.
Right.
We've obviously got the conclusion of the Senior County Championship, which is.
What, are we at the semi-final stage?
We're near at the end of the group stages.
Right.
You've got East Midlands and Greater Manchester Parks playing one another. The winner of that game will qualify for the final, so it's like a semi-final. It looks as though Yorkshire have qualified from the other group with a victory over South Yorkshire in the last game. So it looks like a Yorkshire, Greater Manchester or East Midlands final.
We just must just quickly comment on the other game here, that Josh has commanded a bit of a lead here. He's 17-12 up here.
Yeah.
With Mark Regan.
And Josh has played well all day as well.
Yes, he has.
If Josh is fired up, he's a very good player.
Comes from Stoke, North Staffordshire. He's inquiring, but he'll get the good news that he's on here, Josh.
Very sweet delivery. Very nice delivery.
He's saying he thinks he's underneath with this. But I think if anything, I think he's all right if he runs. If he runs, it'll be the first ball.
Length. All
if he runs, it'll be the first ball.
Good
He's
ball.
far enough. He's far enough. He's made 2. Pressure on Regan here now.
Mark Regan just needs to pass his own ball.
He's certainly on a different bit of land here, but it'll slide back a bit off that
Well,
crown.
it just needs to run.
Got to miss that
Just
short
needs to run.
Oh, what a good ball. What a good ball. What a good ball from Reggie.
Yeah, deserved that clap because it was a very good ball.
Yeah, 13-17 that semi-final. That's Mark Regan in the light blue. Towey is 19-13 up. He's two shots away.
This ball will drag as
from
well. He just
being
needs to
in
run.
the final of the British Park.
Just needs to run.
I'll tell you what, that's
Good
a
ball.
great lead.
Good ball.
Great lead. Oh, Regan. Has he pulled this tight or will he just slide back?
They will slide back. It's all about length.
He left it short.
That's why it's still there, Keith.
He's left it short. Left it short. Now then. This ball puts all the pressure in the world on Regan if he makes another one here. He's got this out on a tight sail to me.
And I don't think it's here either, Keith.
I think that was a rush of blood. That. I think that was a complete rush of blood there. He's let Regan off here. He's let him off. Now then, can he
reach? If it runs,
it's all downhill.
If it
it's
runs,
all downhill.
it wins.
It's gone in. It's gone in.
It's a good ball. Pressure was on as well.
I bet he wishes he could go back and send that second ball there, Josh, because he sort of...
If he pairs there, the pressure's on.
1 to Regan. 14-19. Regan needs to run the block. I'll prop that for 2. It's short. I think Josh Towey could be on here. I think when he gets the news that
he's got a level ball. Ref's having a look.
Yes, he's on.
Josh is
That's the good news. Will he go for 2? Will he go for 2 and game?
Well, normally he gets after him. He's watching this. He's turned his back on it. He's not even looking at it.
I'm not sure he's played it fully.
Not even looking at it. Played it short.
He's played it short.
They're the type of balls that you can regret at the end of a game.
Yeah. He'll lead out. We're back with Chris Mordue here. Mordue's made a great lead.
Wafty Peter Worfolk, he's just gone through that gap.
He's gone through the gap. Chris Mordue. 18-10 up. And he's certainly going for another with this.
Yeah, he's going for another. Just needs to trail a touch for a good one.
Yeah.
Aye, good ball.
Right, we're back on this now.
This ball will trail, it's a good ball.
This is Josh now. This is his lead at all but 14. You'd stand that, wouldn't you, Matt?
Good ball where it's finished.
Mr. Chairman, you'd stand that, wouldn't you?
I'd rather lay it than lick it, Rudders.
There you go, like the style. It's having a look, this, isn't it?
It's not a million away.
If it runs.
It's the same as always, but he plays with good running balls, does Mark Regan.
What a good ball. What a good ball from Regan. But it's in a good position for Josh here. He only has to play up. He must make sure he reaches. He can put his own in. He can pop on Regan's
well, he's
ball.
not short.
Just to back.
Just to back.
He's just to back. The pace was right, but he's just a fraction to back, which has meant that it's not pegged at all. Do well to get another here, Regan.
I won't. No way.
He certainly reached here, Peter. Does the trip.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
had to be up, I think, but the pressure's on.
I think that was a ball hoping to connect rather than trying to beat it, because it looks, you know, will he put one in the way? Will he put one in nearer?
I think he's going to try and pair it.
Oh, he's beat it.
Yeah,
what a good ball. 2 good balls there, Mordue. I think he's got to play at these now. He's know that. Oh, well, no, it looks like he's trying to lick him now.
All on length.
Yeah, he looks on the tight side to me.
Big
That's
as well.
Chris Mordue, 21-10 victory, moves into the final of the British Parks, and I have to say, he's led all the way. He's never really looked in danger.
Well deserved.
He's played really well there, Mordue. Class act.
Just that ability to go up the gears.
Peter's challenge for a 3rd title. We'll have to wait for another year. Anyway, let's switch back to this other semi-final here. That Josh Towey from Staffordshire, from North Staffordshire. He's all but 15. He's got a ball in his hand to win it here. He's coming the other peg. He's certainly missed the short ball, but can he run? Can he run enough? Bit further and he's in the final. Bit further and he's in the final. There's no noise down there. There's nobody saying anything. He pulled up. He pulled up like a stone in water there.
Mark's having a look.
He's won it.
Hands. Towey's through.
Yeah. Josh Towey will play Chris Mordue in the final of the British Park here at Hare Hill Park.
Join us in part 3 for the best of the action from the final.